talking to Gary, who is a Tracy fan. Hi, Gary.
Hi.
What do you think of the season so far?
It's been a disappointing season, I don't think, for Treaty United so far. I don't think there's any way to put any gloss on this. One win so far. That was an impressive home win against Longford. But I think we're second bottom in the table as I talk. And frankly, that's disappointing. I mean, but it's hardly that surprising because Treaty have one of the lowest budgets in the division. And in the last 2 years, in 2021 and 2022, have really been overachieving by reaching the playoff spot. And I think, and in each case have managed to lose the best players. And I think this season it's just going to take its toll because even from last season's squad, out is gone goalkeeper Jack Brady, captain Jack Lynch, Sean Gearans, who was a rock at the back, and Callum McNamara, who was arguably, if not our best player, one of our best players. And unfortunately, well, in the case of Callum, you can't do anything when a full-time club like Galway comes calling. But Jack ended up travelling, Jack Lynch. Jack Brady's gone to Longford. And unfortunately, Sean Gearans isn't playing in the league for work commitments. We've also lost our new captain, Mark Ludden, through injury, but hopefully he'll be back soon. But Monday night's going to come a little bit too soon for him for that. So what can I say? It's been a disappointing season. Results, well, we started, it was a real kick in the teeth at home to Bray on the opening night. It looked odds on a draw. Probably a draw would have been a fair result. And they got a 90th minute winner, which obviously was a major disappointment. And it's probably gone on from there. A defeat by Galway in DC Park. We could have nicked a point actually that night. We played quite well, but they were the better team. No complaints about the result. Very disappointing draw in Kerry, and that's all we deserve down there. A bad defeat at home to Cove Ramblers. They basically took us apart in the second half. At Lone, I don't know, it just gives nightmares because we were 2-0 up against 10 men with 7 minutes to go, and that was a real sickener.
Who are the standout players in the Treaty squad?
Enda Curran up top is a real threat, a goal threat. He got a lot of goals last season. He's been on the mark as well this season, and he will take some watching. Success Edigan has played well in recent weeks, got a cracking goal against Longford. And Mark Walsh is a key player for us in front of the back four. He has filled in at centre half as well, but I think his best position is actually sitting in front of the back four.
What style of football would you like Treaty to play tonight?
Probably play something like, I imagine on Monday night, 4-1-4-1. Tommy might go 4-4-2, but I don't think so. I think the reality is, I mean, there are 2 full-time professional teams in this league with a budget that dwarfs any other, and those teams are Galway and Waterford, and whatever happens, they're going to finish 1 and 2 in this division. I cannot see any other outcome. I'm not predicting the order at this point. There's a long way to go.
What are the home crowds at the Markets Field like this season?
I'm not expecting a big crowd on Monday night. Unfortunately, our attendances so far this season have been pretty poor, and I suppose that's a reflection on the result. If you ask me to guess, I suppose I don't think we're going to break 1,000. Probably something like 700 or 800. And I suppose you can buy your ticket in advance to speed things up, but there's definitely no way this game is going to sell out.
Do you think Treaty can beat Waterford tonight?
Look, I'm always hopeful. I think back to a year ago and we pulled off a shock 2-1 home win over Waterford. Coming off the back, actually, of a very disappointing defeat at home to Cork. So you never know. I'd be absolutely delighted with a point. Realistically, the bookies are going to have Waterford as odds-on favourites, and I find it hard to predict anything reality than an away win, particularly as it's the second game in a weekend midweek games. I mean, there are a lot of extra games this season, and that will take its toll on the part-time sides. And that's where the likes of Galway and Waterford have a big advantage with the bigger squads, full-time, rest, recovery. And I know also it's a bit unlucky for us. The game was originally called off due to the pitch, the bad weather. And Waterford have now got a new manager in Keith Long and appear to be absolutely flying. So what can I say? I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be an away win.
Thanks for talking to me, Gary, and good luck for the rest of the season. I will be talking to Freddie, who is a Waterford FC fan. Hi, Freddie.
Well, Ben,
what do you think of the season so far?
Look, I think that we've played very well in certain games. Obviously, we had a bit of a struggle against Bray, and last week against Kerry, I think we were very fortunate that Kerry weren't a strong team. They were knocking balls over, they were getting past their defence pretty easy, and I think on attack we were making sloppy passes. I think our speed needs to be a lot faster, and we just need to make smarter decisions that are going to pay off in a better way.
Who do you think are the standout players in the Waterford FC squad?
The standout players for me, probably Birkin in left back. I think he's a good left back. He bursts into challenges. He's not afraid of it. Like he wins the ball, and definitely Ronan Coughlin up front. He's a brilliant man. Someone who you can knock the ball to, and you know he's gonna get past one or two players, and he's gonna play it into the middle, or he's gonna have a pop, and most of the time he will score. And definitely Niall O'Keefe in the middle, who is a player who just does not stop. Once they've got back into the starting 11, I think that he has been a brilliant player. Always has. I always said it last year. He's just always up and down, up and down, up and down the pitch.
What style of football would you like us to play tonight?
I think our style of football tonight needs to be a fast-paced kind of how would you say plan. It needs to be fast passing, quick, impulsive. For corners especially, the ball needs to be put into the box rather than like you see Griff going short for a lot of them, and then it just ends up working its way back to the full-backs, and then it's just whipped in and straight back again. We just need to whip it and see if Killian or Waz can get a head on it.
What are the away crowds like for Waterford FC this season?
The away crowds this season, I think, for the matches I've been at, have been brilliant. The atmosphere has been great, singing the whole game, just good crack in general. I was at the away game down in Cove, and it was a brilliant atmosphere, singing from before, half an hour before the game, all the way up to 10 minutes after the game as we were walking out the gates, singing. And yeah, I think that we've been very good to go to all the away games. There's been decent crowds at all the away games.
Do you think Waterford could beat Treaty tonight?
Look, I think Treaty are a strong enough team. Like they have had chances, like, and I definitely think we can beat them. But look, as I said, our attitude does need to be right. Our speed needs to be there, our work rate, everything needs to add up. And yeah, I definitely think we could beat Treaty if we have the right mentality.
Thanks for talking to me, Freddie, and hopefully the Blues can go up this season.
Come on.
Lefty. Left.
Come on.
Your man's on the left.
Yes! Come on!
Brilliant from Griffin. Come on, Ronan. 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 Come on. Come on. Yes! Come on, Ronan. Come on.